Welcome to all Ray Shikshan Sanstha's e-learning online education. Today we are going to learn a lesson of 10th standard of English Kumar Bharti. The name of lesson is World Heritage. Let's start with the lesson. World Heritage. First of all, let's see the meaning of heritage. Heritage that which is valued because of historical, natural, cultural importance. World heritage sites are controlled by the UNESCO. Let's see. A World Heritage Site is a site determined by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization to have significant cultural or natural importance to humanity. Here, a World Heritage Site, which is a site which is determined by the which is controlled by the UNESCO, which having the importance as per the culturally or naturally as per the humanity. So these sites are protected and maintained by the International World Heritage Program, which is administered by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. Because World Heritage Sites are places that are significant culturally and naturally, they vary in type but include forest, lakes, monuments, buildings, and cities. Now these sites are protected and maintained because because it is having the importance as per the historically, culturally, or naturally. So it is protected by the maintained by the International World Heritage Program, which is carried out which is administered by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. Because that World Heritage Sites are the places which is important as per the culturally and naturally. And what are the included in World Heritage Sites like a forest, lakes, monuments, buildings and cities. World Heritage Sites can also be a combination of both cultural and natural areas. For example, Mount Huangshan in China is a site with significance to human culture because it played a role in historical Chinese art and literature. That means, here, given the example of Mount Huangshan, which is represent for the combination of both cultural and natural areas, and it is included as a World Heritage Sites. Mount Huangshan in China, this is a site which is important to the human culture as well as it is played important role in historical Chinese art and literature. Also, it having the importance because of its physical landscape characteristics that means distinguishing features or qualities. So it is important as a culturally or naturally. Although the idea of protecting cultural and natural heritage sites around the world began in the early 20th century, momentum for its actual creation was not until the 1950s. Now, what is the history of that World Heritage Sites? When it was started with the World Heritage Sites, although this idea was protecting of cultural and natural heritage sites around the world started in the early 20th century, but its actual creation was not taken up till the 1950s. In 1954, Egypt started plan to build the Aswan High Dam to collect and control water from the Nile River. And how it was started? It was started by the Egyptian. When the Egyptian started to make the plan, they had planned to build the Aswan High Dam for the purpose of to collect and control water from the Nile River. By the incident of that Aswan High Dam that started for the History of World Heritage Site. The initial plan for the dam's construction would have flooded the valley containing the Abu Simbel temple and scores of ancient Egyptian artifacts. To protect the temples and artifacts, UNESCO launched an international campaign in 1959 that are called the Dismantling and Movement of the Temples to Higher Ground. The initial plan for the dam's construction would have flooded the valley containing like a Abu Simbel temple as well as scores of that ancient Egyptian artifacts. So to protect them, to protect the temple and the artifacts, then UNESCO had launched the international campaign in 1959, which is called for the dismantling and movement of the temples to the higher ground. And the project cost an estimated $80 million, and the half dollar half $40 million of which came from the different 50 countries. Because of the project success, UNESCO and the International Council on Monument and Sites initiated a draft convention to create an international organization responsible for protecting cultural heritage. And that project was successful. That half that $40 million which was given by the different 50 countries, and because of the project success, the UNESCO and the International Council on Monuments and Sites, they had taken the initiated a draft convention to create an international organization which is responsible for protecting cultural heritage. Let's see the some meaning here. Scores of, that means plenty of, many of, artifacts, any object made by a human being, dismantling, that is disassembling or pulling down, and initiated, began or started. Shortly thereafter, in 1965, a White House conference in the United States called for a World Heritage Trust to protect historic and cultural sites, but to also protect the world's significant natural and scenic sites. That means in 1965 there was held the conference, which is a White House conference in the United States called for the World Heritage Trust. And what was the purpose? It was the purpose that to protect historical and cultural sites as well as to protect the world's significant natural and scenic sites. Finally, in 1968, the International Union for the Conservation of Nature developed similar goals and presented them at the United Nations Conference on Human Environment in Stockholm, Sweden in 1972. Same at the same way, at the same goals which was having for the International Union for Conservation of Nature developed the similar goal, and it was presented in front of the United Nations Conference on Human Environment in the Stockholm in 1972. And following the presentation of these goals, the convention concerning the protection of world cultural and natural heritage was adopted by UNESCO's General Conference on November 16, 1972. So that for the concerning about the protection of world cultural and natural heritage, all these goals which was adopted by the UNESCO's General Conference, which was held in November 16 in 1972. Today, the World Heritage Committee is the main group responsible for establishing which sites will be listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Now, the World Heritage Committee, which is the main group responsible for which sites are included as a UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It was decided by World Heritage Committee, and the committee meets once a year and consists of representatives from 21 state parties that are elected for 6-year terms by the World Heritage Center's General Assembly. The states parties are then responsible for identifying and nominating new sites within their territory to be considered for inclusion on the World Heritage List. There was held the committee. There was having the meets of that committee once a year, and there are the representatives which is from the 21 state parties, and they were elected for the 6-year terms by the World Heritage Center's General Assembly, and they were responsible to identifying and nominating new sites. Means which sites are included as a World Heritage sites, it will be nominated, it will be identified by the state parties. They were responsible for it within their territory to be considered for inclusion on the World Heritage List. I hope you all understood half part of this lesson. Remaining half part of this lesson we will discuss for the next video. Thank you for watching this video.